I'm a huge fan of embodied leadership and becoming more aware of those signals in your body.
Sure.
I find it very, very difficult.
Yes.
Because as you said, quite often we feel it in our gut. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And then where does it start? And I'm like, how do you find out where it starts? How do you get there?
Yeah. I don't know. The only way you really get there is by awareness, about sort of being more aware. Okay, so my body's going to tell me stuff. So when I feel that in my gut, can I also think back what went before that? And it's not so much thinking, it's really about feeling, and you're doing this in the moment. So if, for me, for example, tension was an issue. I noticed that when I get tense, then I start, for example, listening not so well, and that I repeat myself more often than I should, perhaps, and I explain myself more than I should. So for me, it was important to find out, okay, when can I feel, there it is, that I can be in front of that tension and choose my reaction accordingly.
I am delighted to hear that you are work in progress too.
Oh, please. As I said, this is the same with leaders. Why would you want to be perfect? There simply wouldn't be any purpose to our life anymore.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as much fun at all.
Far too predictable. It would be boring.
But I want to come back for one moment to environments that are all about, we've got to be professional.
Yes.
Right? Emotions, what?
No.
And when you step into an environment like that, it doesn't have to be a whole organization. Perhaps it's a certain team, right?
Sure.
What is it you are noticing, you are seeing, you are not seeing?
Well, I think as we become more empathic, we understand where people are coming from. If somebody, let's take somebody who is being a little bit angry. If we understand why that person is angry, or where that, not so much where that anger is coming from, but sort of, hey, okay, this anger, and we are far more curious about this anger instead of just telling people, hey, stop being angry. Being more curious about this anger and being more empathetic and saying, okay, so tell me a bit more about this. I see you're upset. What's upsetting you? How can I help you? How can I support you? How can others support you? You're having a completely different conversation.
But just to again focus on teams that are not like that.
Yes.
Right? The leader would have a clear mantra that says, you've got to be professional. Yes. There's no space for emotions on our team. What's going on there then? What are the risks? What might be happening? Better question would be, what are you noticing when you enter these kind of teams and environments?
Well, basically what you're noticing is there's no safety. There's no psychological safety.